tender arms. Well, I love you for a long, long time. Darling, say you'll be mine. Let me wrap you in my warm and tender arms. Now let me wrap you in
my warm and tender arms. One of my favorites. Oh my gosh!
It is a good. That's a neat song, isn't it? I know.
JJ's
I like
harmony and the bass. That's from the live album at the original Garage Showroom called
Now and Forever.
Now and Forever. Right. How you doing, Eugene Smith?
I found my name in here.
Already?
Yeah, once.
Where? What are you doing?
I don't know. I didn't
your
read
name?
through the whole thing. And it's only an inch long.
Your name's only an inch long. Well, you should have put your middle name in there, Lewis.
Yeah,
Eugene.
doing pretty good.
Good.
Yeah. And I feel good. My voice is coming back more and more each day.
Right.
You know, it's getting a little. So I feel it. I can feel the difference now.
Good.
I'm not having to think about singing anymore. I can just sing now.
Right. You were pretty conscious of it for the
Yeah,
first year and a
yeah,
half.
it was kind of scary, you know.
Yeah.
It was the first time in my life that my voice had actually disappeared on me.
Right. Weird. Intubation. Yeah. Aye.
Because I was, after the operation, I was talking more like in a whisper than anything
Right.
else. Yeah.
I remember
But
that.
I'm feeling good.
It was peaceful.
It was what? Peaceful. Thanks, Billy.
That was a joke. Come on now.
I got it.
Settle
It
it
took
you
me a minute. I thought you were being
Peaceful.
nice.
No, I'm not a nice fella. I'm a grumpy old fart. That's what my granddaughter called me yesterday. I said, honey, don't push me. I'm tired and I'm sore and I'm grumpy. But, 11-year-olds, they got to test you.
Well, we're allowed to be grumpy every once in a while.
Oh, well, it can't be a habit, though. I mean, some people get into that realm.
Oh, no, I know.
And they don't get out.
I know sometimes with me, if I'm not smiling, people come up to me and go, is there something wrong, Eugene?
Right, because you're normally kind of, yeah.
Well, I usually have a happy
Ebullient.
face most of the time,
do.
But
do.
if I'm sitting there just thinking,
Right.
or whatever, I might not even be thinking, just sitting there,
Right.
listening maybe.
Not thinking anything.
Yeah.
It happens. Yeah. So you said you didn't sign up for 39 days. Here it is. Ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
Where's the camera? The program is out. Can they see that, yep. Dr. Ted? That is beautiful. I think cover artwork, once again, by the amazing Robert McKenzie. And you've just got to come and get one of these programs. That's a
painting by...
oh, sorry. That's the town painting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who is it?
Kay Smiley?
Kay Smiley. Oh, sorry, Kay. Yes, Kay's a lovely gal. The mother of the Brats and the Smileys. So is Rob McKenzie in here anywhere? Maybe not.
Well, he designed the cover, but that painting is...
Oh, I see. He throws it together. And I noticed your painting is in here with you and Longevity John.
Beautiful.
By,
Beautiful.
David Goatley. Sorry, I was going to forget his first name. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Is it framed yet?
Yeah, it's hanging up on the wall there.
Oh, that's right. I knew that. It looks good. The memory. I need some ginkgo biloba or something. I don't know. It's just getting worse. Getting frickin' worse.
I knew that.
What?
No.
No.
I knew that.
Oh, you knew that. You've noticed it.
Yeah.
The deteroration.
Yeah.
But you're nice enough you don't say anything.
Well, that's just the way I am.
That's good. Well, let's make you look good then.
But I've been going down to the Queens a little bit there. And
Oh, you have. You had a break, and then you went last week. Who was
Yeah.
the host band?
just on Sunday,
Yeah, bad
Iona.
question.
Iona Christensen.
Oh, was it? How's she doing?
Good. I hadn't seen her in about over a year.
Cousin of Thor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Niece, I think.
Niece.
Maybe
Oh, I
cousin.
think you're right. No, I think you're right.
Niece.
Niece.
Yeah.
I think it's a niece. Yeah. And how was her band?
Oh,
Rockin'
they were
and
good.
bluesy?
Yeah, they were basically the musicians that they use for the house bands sometimes on a
Right.
not on a well, a lot. Let's put it a lot. They're
Yeah.
the same, the drummer and the keyboard player and the
Yes.
guitar players. I don't know. I should know all their names, but by the time I finish drinking and eating and having fun, I forget.
You and your peppermint schnapps. That's a memory eraser, yeah. Whoa. Now, how many years ago was that we drove out and you rehearsed with her to do, what was it? It was a special show.
At the Queen's.
It was at the Queen's, yeah.
Yeah.
She was headlining.
She was doing a show there, and she had me play.
Right.
But she came up to me and asked and said she wanted to do one of my songs.
Ooh.
And so I said, well, maybe you might be interested in Rock by Day, Roll by Night.
Right.
So she got it up on the phone and she was listening to it.
Yeah.
And then later on she said, well, oh, I'd love to do that song, but she said, I'll make it a little bit slower.
Right.
And I'll make it dirty.
Swing it.
No,
What?
I'll make it dirty, she said.
Oh, so you should. Yeah, it should be a dirty song. Yeah.
I'll
mean,
make it dirty.
It was for the TV version was pretty fast, wasn't it? It was,
Yeah.
it was
She thought
ripping.
when she listened to it, she thought, well, it is faster.
Yeah.
If she wants to slow it down, yeah.
Yeah, nice. Well,
I said, go ahead, do whatever you want.
like to hear that.
Yeah.
Good. So what have you been? What'd you cook up for us this week?
Well, I've been having so much fun playing my kalimba
Right.
that sometimes I forget about my guitar.
Don't ignore your guitar.
So I'll just do something off the top of my head.
That wig. The wig.
You got me peeping, you got me hiding, you got me peep hide, any way you want me to go. Yeah. You got me do what you want, man, baby, what you want me to do. I'm going in, I'm going out. Going in, out, and out, and out, and out. Anywhere you want me to go. Yeah. You got me doing what you want, man. Baby, what you want me to do. I'm going up, I'm going down. I'm going up, down, up, down, up. Anywhere you want me to go. Yeah. You got me doing what you want, man. Baby, what you want me to do. You got me doing what you want, man. Baby, what you want me to do. You got me peeping, you got me hiding, you got me peep hide, anywhere you want me to go. Yeah. All right. You got me doing what you want, man. Baby, what you want me to do and what you want me. Baby, what you want me to do and what you want me. Baby, what you want me. Oh, you got me peeping and hiding, slipping and sliding, going in and out and up and down. Ooh, you got me peeping and hiding. and slide. Come on now. You got me doing what you want me. Baby, what you want me to. Doing what you want me. Baby, what you want me to. Doing what you want me. Baby, what you want me to do.
All right, then. All righty. Woo-hoo. Peep it and a hide, and slip it and a slide.
Sliding, that's right.
I'm not exactly sure, but there may or may not be some sexual references in there. But they're well hidden. Good thing. Good
Only
thing.
you would think of that, Billy.
That's right, dirty old-minded fella that I am. We got some comments. You ready?
Oh, sure.
Tara Clark, please come sing this song at the Queen's, Eugene. The Peepin' and Hide?
Warm and tender love.
Oh, Warm and Tender Love, yeah. Can you do that one by yourself? Sure.
No.
No.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah, I
kid. Oh, you
can
could.
actually, yes.
You could. Yeah, with the band. All right.
Or without.
You'd be missing the backup vocals. Joe Gansher, Charlie tuning in from London, Ontario.
Hey, Charlie.
Aiden Olenek, our Aiden says, I remember when your granddaughter, this to me, was about 3 playing a drum at the festival. And she did, didn't she, Doctor? We put her on the drum. We didn't turn the mic up too loud. Doesn't feel enough ago to make her 11. Yeah, they grow fast. And Janine DeVries, the family from Tweed. Hello, everybody.
Tweed is tuned in.
Tweed is tuned in. Looking good, Eugene. Big hugs from Rolly, Johanna, Janine, and Finn.
Alrighty.
Nice. Thanks for tuning in, gang. And Michael Theriot, sounding great, Eugene. Hello, Michael.
Woo!
Now, have you made your travel plans? I know you said you were going to hopefully get to the cottage.
Well, I'm still making them as we speak.
Good. There you go.
Yeah.
Yes, get back to see Victoria's family. That'll be great.
I'm doing research.
Research, good. And we'd love to do another, we should do another show with Michael in the fall. That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. This time we'll have the sound.
The sound better. Yeah.
The Zoom. We'll have it down. We don't know what happened. That was a ghost in the machine, wasn't it, Doctor?
Well, I was just new. I was new at Zoom, and I didn't
Oh, that-
know, I couldn't hear in the room what was happening on the other end.
Oh, that's right. It'd be weird, wouldn't it? Yeah, Zoom has many, many dark corners, I think. There you go. And we'd like to, speaking of which, we'd like to wish a happy belated birthday to Dr. Ted Cadillac,
Happy
our
birthday.
wonderful friend and cohort here at the showroom, without whom this place wouldn't really run, would it?
That's right.
That's right. John does his thing, and Tim makes all the rest happen.
That's right.
So, yes. Happy birthday, Tim.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah. Oh, Carol LeFavor says, hi, Eugene.
Okay.
And Janine says, well, hell yeah, you're coming, Eugene. And Michael says he'd love that. So, yes, we'll have you on in the fall. And really eager to hear about the roles he's been into lately.
Yeah.
And, Michael, I can tell you all about All's Well That Ends Well, Studying for the Fool. We do get to perform a preview for 39 Days of July, and then we're starting at our outdoor venue on August 9th. For 2 weeks. 9th of August, yeah. Lonesome Don Wilkie. Hey, Lonesome Don. Now, quite a while ago, we had Don on again.
That's right.
Nice to hear you again. How you doing, Don? Good to see you, or good to hear from you? See, I can't actually see him. It's just see his name, and then I picture him, but I can't.
Close your eyes.
Close your eyes. I can see him as clear as day. Well, our guest today, I can't remember where I met him, but I think it was through the Shawnigan Players. But he'll tell us when he comes up. We'd like to welcome a fine gentleman of the Duncan, lately in later years, Mr. Marty Daniels. Come on up, Marty.
Yeah.
I say that because I don't know how long he's lived in Duncan, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out.
Find out.
Welcome, sir.
Oh, here he comes.
Hello. Sure, get that thing in your lap so you're familiar.
Hello, gentlemen. How are you doing?
Good, Marty.
Really good.
Eugene,
Really good.
Billy?
And you know that thing looks good. You said 69. Did you or 65?
66.
66
Yeah.
Telecaster. So beautiful, eh?
Yeah.
I bet you people try to buy it from you a lot, do they?
Oh, yeah. I've had a few offers.
Yeah,
It's kind of hard to let go of something like this. It's
It
got a
would.
lot of feel in it,
Right.
memories in it.
Yes.
And I've been all over the world with this one, and
Yeah.
never lets me down. It even
No.
fell off the stage once
Oh.
at the Brigantine Inn in Maple Bay.
Really?
And I just caught the wire a little in
Yeah.
a bad spot, and the guitar went over and
Oh,
smashed right on here. And the only thing that happened was the tuning key came flying through the other side.
wow. Yeah.
So I just jammed it in, finished the gig, and it was fine. Stayed
was
in
good.
tune.
Yeah, really.
Great next, stay in tune, yeah.
I've heard
After saying I better check. Okay, it's okay.
I've heard they're bulletproof. They're very tough.
They are tough.
Was it a remember that shot with the Stones when the guy comes on stage? Was it a telly? Keith Richards kind of bonks the guy that comes in after Mick.
I think so. Well,
Might have been a telly.
he used to tell you a lot.
Yeah, I've heard stories of it being a weapon of defense.
Yeah.
So how you been keeping?
I've been fine. Yeah. It's been a quiet few years. I haven't
Right.
been appearing as much, mind you, with the COVID thing
Yes.
and everything. We didn't have a lot of places to play.
No.
Done a few gigs, but I had some of my old things when I got back here that I wanted to take care of, and then
Good.
Things happened along the way. Some medical issues and stuff like
Yes.
that. So as you get older, I'm not 50 anymore.
Oh,
Those were my young days.
Yes, that's right. We look back fondly on 50, don't we?
Yeah.
I'm still 50.
He's still 50.
Well, that's why we play together. We're the boys. We still go to the schoolyard, bring out our guitars and a few beers,
Yeah.
and then bring out beers in the schoolyard. Not me, anyway. I
Not
don't
me.
know about-
No, that sounds wrong, doesn't it? Yeah.
Not good.
And how old were you when you started playing?
I was about 10 or 11.
Nice.
Yeah.
And just at home, or did you have lessons?
I had mostly at home for the first couple of years, and then, as I realized I wasn't getting very far,
Right.
my brother introduced me to one of his schoolmates who actually was advanced in his musical years, and he was already studying early at McGill University.
Oh, wow.
He was studying classical. So he taught me most of the important stuff that made a difference in my playing right away, and it was just he really focused a lot on technique. He was like a walking guitar scientist. sort
Right,
of,
was he?
you
Yeah.
know? His name was Leszek Kozaczynski. It's funny, I still remember.
Well, that's great.
That's
yeah.
not an easy name to
No.
This was in Montreal.
This was in Montreal, yeah.
So you were born and grew up in Montreal. So I
Born and raised, yeah.
Yeah.
Or as Peter would say, he doesn't like the word reared. I still say born and raised. yeah. Peter's a friend of all of us, so
He's watching.
he's watching.
Hey, Pete. Yep, we forget that the true meaning of reared. It's gotten led astray lately, hasn't it? So, what do you remember about Montreal as a child? What was your favorite thing to do in Montreal? Winter, summer?
Oh my God! Well, when I was a kid, we'll play guitar, and go ice skating and play some hockey, and I liked the winter. I never had trouble with it. I used to go for a walk. I still do. I'll go for a walk in really cold weather. I just bundle up for it, but I like the fresh air.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, Montreal is it's a great town for restaurants and just a diverse population. Right from back when I was there, I mean, a lot of people from Europe, especially.
It was more cosmopolitan than Toronto early on, wasn't it? Really?
I think so.
Yeah.
Although they've really
They've
come a long ways
whooped
for
into
that
shape.
too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But Montreal was really good, and the music scene was great. You know, there was a strong jazz scene there.
Right. Yeah.
And it was a lot of good stuff. And of course, all the fun things I did as a young guy.
Right. I bet. Yeah.
But I was right into guitar. I decided, after seeing the Beatles on TV the first time, that was what I wanted to do, and somehow I just stuck with it.
Right.
And played in a lot of different bands and
Right.
different styles, and each style contributed to who I became, I guess. And so still can't make up my mind what I want to do, but
Right. Hey, that's hard. That sounds familiar.
we met. I just wanted to ask.
Yes. Which play was it? Was that where we met with the Shawnigan Players the first time
I'm not sure, but were you involved with the Shawnigan Players back in the 90s?
Oh yeah, I joined in '88. Was the first play I did.
Okay, well, Alex Gallagher, one of
Right.
your best buddies, he was my first director, and I
Right.
decided to try my hand at acting.
Yes.
And he offered me something, and then I did it, and then it was a real thrill. And he was quite the coach. He's quite
good, isn't he?
quite
Yeah.
talented man.
Yeah.
Lovely man, eh?
Yeah.
And I learned a lot about it, and I took it a bit further. I got as far as doing some movies when I was in Montreal.
Nice.
And somebody picked me up at a play. Well, picked me like a casting director
Right,
saw me, and
right.
so I got a few movies out of it. kind of B-grade movies, but they
Still
were on TV.
fun, eh? Yeah, yeah.
So I loved it, and I'd still like to get back into that.
Right, there's always time. Always time. Well, let's get some music out of you before we get your whole history. What did you bring for us?
Well, I thought today I was trying to think of something to come up with rather than my usual stuff I did on cruise ships years ago, and I just thought I'd do this song that was written by War, and I believe all the members kicked in on it, and it was a big hit back then. And then I first was attracted to it by George Benson.
Oh yes.
And it's a song called, here we go, there's that moment. I knew it would come. The world is a ghetto.
The world is a ghetto. That was a brief pause.
Hey there, Eugene. Walking down the street, foggy eyes, looking at the sky, starry-eyed, searching for a place, don't know why, crying in the night, teary-eyed. Don't you know that it's true that for me and for you the world is a ghetto. Don't you know that it's true that for me the world is a ghetto?
Nice. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, I love that one. Beautiful.
Thank you very much.
That's a lot of work in one song, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it was just something that's kind of easy to jam on, and
Right,
you know,
right.
I
No,
do
it's
the rhythm
beautiful.
parts with my. I just sit at home and do this.
Yeah, yeah. Right.
So I do that kind of stuff before, and it makes it easy to be a soloist. It's always a
Right.
challenge for a guitar player to
Yeah.
really fly on it when there's no chords behind you, because then
Right.
people don't know where the hell you are, and they start saying it's too much like jazz. Well, it is jazz.
It's just right. But the audience somehow needs the support for
Yes.
the ears, right?
Yeah, well, it's a song in itself, but yeah,
Yeah.
nicely written tune. Yeah, I like that. I like the arrangements that War did when I
Right.
finally listened to it. Wow.
Was it quite different than that? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
lots
yeah.
of voices all
Yeah.
over the place, and you're probably familiar with that. I figured that might even fit in your style as far as singing. I never asked you if you did it.
I never thought about doing George Benson myself.
Okay.
I was more into Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles.
Okay. Yeah. These guys were called. I looked up. I wanted to know who wrote it. You know,
Yeah,
I said,
yeah.
but because often people say, "Who wrote that song?"
Right.
And I don't know.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just learned it.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently the band did, and
Right.
the guy was one of the fellas I could recall. Just basically said he was he'd moved to the other side of the country from New York or wherever, and
Yeah.
he'd been in ghettos before, and he said, "I learned that they're in L.A. in beautiful areas too. They're everywhere,
Yeah.
so the whole world's got ghettos."
Right. Good theme. Yeah.
Yeah.
Universal. So tell us about your history with the cruise ships and how you first got into it. What age you were? How long you did it? Kind of. Did you have any fun?
I did. It
Yeah.
wasn't all work. I mean, I'd be somebody kill me if I said that. And
Right.
they were a witness, but no. I mean, it was very focused. You had to be on all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and that was. And for me, I was with like they call it a guest entertainer. So,
Right.
but I was in a gray zone because the real guest entertainers that fly in,
Yeah.
and they do a show and 2 shows in the week, and then they get out
They're
and go
gone,
to
yeah.
another ship.
Yeah.
They're from L.A. usually. Not L.A. I'm sorry. Most of them are from Vegas that I
Right.
met.
Yeah.
And there's comedians and piano
Oh,
players,
yeah,
tap
yeah.
everything you could think of, instrumentalists. And I was in a permanent kind of
Right.
guest entertainer where I would work in a pub or in a piano bar type thing or
Right.
lounge, and I would entertain. So
Yeah.
that was the difference, and that made a big difference for me in the type of work I was doing and the money.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing I'd like to say right away for anybody that would be interested in that type of thing, it's a great job for young people.
Is it? Yeah.
You see the world, you're paid very well,
Yeah.
and everything is paid. I mean, all your expenses are paid, your food, everything. The only thing you got to take care of is your own nasty little habits, like
Your drinks and smokes.
drinks and smokes. Yeah, the smokes at the time were $2. This is
All
like
right,
not
yeah.
that long ago. It's like 10
Yeah.
years ago.
Imagine. Hard to believe. Yeah. Looking
Yeah.
at it now. Which line were you with mostly?
Mostly I was with Royal Caribbean
Royal
International, and I had worked previously with Holland America.
Right.
Actually, when I worked with them, it was on the West Coast here. I think
Yeah.
they're based out of
Seattle. Yeah.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
correct. Yeah, exactly, Seattle. And I worked with Celebrity. And,
All right.
Yeah, that was a good company. A little more straight,
Were they?
straight-laced. Yeah. Royal Caribbean was very. They had a large group of people. Their age group was quite wide. you
Right.
know.
More young people probably.
Yeah, Holland America, you go to bed at 10.
Yeah, they're all retirees, aren't they? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember going on the ship with James Pat, my buddy, and it was very interesting doing the Alaska run. But most of the people were over 50 for sure.
Yeah.
You know,
The
most
Alaska
of the-
run was the one place where people often ask me, did you have trouble at sea?
Right, yeah.
Big ships like that don't really move around, do they? And
They
well,
don't much, but sometimes. Right?
Alaska was
Yeah,
my
yeah.
first gig, and it was I sure got a taste of what it's like to
Right.
move around. Yeah, my speakers were like mounted on stands,
Right.
and they went flying across the room, and
Oh my
hit
God.
like it was just that quickly.
Right. Right.
and champagne bottles everywhere
God.
and cutlery all over the floor. It was pretty wild. But no, they're very strong. The ship. I mean, they're built to take a lot of punishment. But yeah, you could feel.
Yeah.
You could feel the ocean moving, even in like the biggest ship I ever did. I was very glad to get to do it. I was the second guy that played there.
Yeah.
Was the what the hell was it called? Come on now, the Oasis of the Seas.
Oh wow. Yeah.
And it was like 240,000 tons or something, and they had like 6,000 passengers. And
Wow,
it was
that's
huge. Oh yeah, yeah. It was like another world.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was good. We were treated well, basically. There's a lot of technical stuff. We had to do training. Every musician, no matter who
Survival
you are. Yeah,
Stuff.
survival.
Yeah. You have a second role to play, right?
Yeah.
Safety.
I'm a firefighter,
Good. Good.
a lifesaver.
Right. Yeah.
But anything, crowd control. There's
If stuff goes down, you got to work. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to do that. All the training, they don't care. They look at us like we're all lazy. You guys, you get to do nothing. I said, well, I was on stage at 3 o'clock in the
Right.
morning. What were you doing?
Yeah.
But they don't care. They said, get up at 8. We
Right.
want you on.
Oh man.
They're very, I'd say the cruise ships are 10 times more safe than people think.
Right.
They really, it's over and over. You're trained for every possible thing.
Yeah.
You know, so, and it's a nice way to, well, you get to meet 3,000-4,000 new people a week,
Right.
and you
Amazing.
entertain them, then they go home. They're not going to
Yeah.
come back the following week or
No.
two. So you can, that's a lot of people in a 6-month contract or a 4-month contract.
Yes. Huh. So you mentioned an album. Did you develop one that you could sell on the ships, or was that afterwards?
I had my first album that I actually recorded here in 1990s when I
Oh,
was in living in Duncan. I recorded it in Victoria at Seacoast Sound, and co-produced it with Bob Benson.
Right.
And I had a few of the local guys here working with me
Yeah. Nice.
on that album. So the album's called Two Sides. It's been out on the internet now for quite a few years.
Right.
And my second album I did just before moving back here
Oh,
in
great.
2014. Yeah,
Huh. What's that one called?
that one's called Reflections. It's a
Right.
totally different album. The first one was very Latin rock. You know?
Yeah.
I did a lot of that stuff out here. Yes, I did do Santana quite a bit before.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, that was called, yeah. So the second one was more introspective. It was reflections on what I see in life, and
Right.
a lot of morals and fighting. There was a song about that. There was a very sensitive song about gun control and watching your kids. That how come my question in the song was basically, if your son can go and do such a terrible thing with weapons, a mass shooting or something, then are you paying attention? I mean, there was like I raised questions with this
Right.
song. It was called "Look at Me."
Which is good, isn't it? 'Cause,
Yeah, it was. I was inspired by the at that time it was one of the first ones. I think it was before Columbine. There was
Right.
one before Little Rock, Arkansas, or something like that,
Yeah.
and they had. Quite the event there. 2 little kids. Anyway, not to
Yeah.
get into the down thing, but yeah,
Right.
I wrote. So most of the songs were about that and about fairness and poverty. There was one about ecology. And so it's
It's
more.
just a reflection of maturing, and you're right about reflective subjects, probably more.
Yes, and none of the songs had anything personal to do with me. They were all. My first album was very personal.
Yeah.
It was love songs and breakups, like everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's also out on the internet. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Well, what are you going to share with us from the second album?
yeah. Well, this one I didn't make it to the second album. I didn't include it, but I released it as a single,
Oh, nice. Yeah.
and it was just a song I wrote to my mom. I was. Engaged. I found myself engaged with it. I found myself.
Right. Isn't that interesting? How did that happen, Marty?
I woke up in the morning and I had a
Woke up
ring.
in the morning.
No,
Amazing.
I moved to after I moved to Montreal from here. I started losing members in my family, so I went back to Montreal, and then I went back to Montreal, and then I met this girl after a couple of years, and we got engaged, and we were living together at the time, and then one day her dad died, and so a couple of days after that, I had this melody in my head, and I started. And the story's about how you have no choice. I mean, when people go, it's sad, but you got to move on, and that's kind of this. But I called it appropriately a letter to Mom.
Nice.
Yeah, it was my second song I had written to my mother.
What was your mom's name?
Her first name? Olive.
Olive. Sweet. I like that.
Yeah.
Classic.
She was.
Nice.
And so I wrote that, and I figured I'd come home after she. Anyway, I wrote the first song. It's also out there. It's called "Thanks for Tammy." Thanks for Tammy. There comes from some of the French from.
Thanks to you too.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you think I sound French?
There's a little twang there. Still, not as much as probably formerly when you lived there.
No.
Yeah.
I'm from an English family, but
Right,
there's some of us left, maybe 10% now.
Yeah. Still, you'd pick it up when you in the accent. Yeah. Even in the English. Yeah.
All right, so I'll.
Nice.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Where have you gone? Is it far? Time has passed so quickly. Can you see what I do? Are you near? My tears are flowing thickly. My life without you just hasn't been the same. This empty place inside can only hold your name. I finally found someone to share my life. How I wish you'd known each other. Now she just lost her dad, and though it's sad, I know I'll find her comfort. Our lives without you can never be the same. For time does not stand still, and life must always change. Well, it's time to settle down, to dry our tears, and to hold each other and remember all the years you made us smile. Her father, my mother, our lives without you can never be the same. 'Cause time does not stand still, and life must always change. Our lives without you can never be the same. but your cherished memory can bring you back to us again.
Letting that guitar ring like a bell. Oh, such a beautiful tone. And what a lovely song. Nicely done. Beautiful
Thank you.
song. Yeah, no, the tone is just very unique on the telly, isn't it?
Yeah, I wasn't sure which.
Yeah.
I've got a few of them.
Oh, yeah. That's a good choice.
I got
Good
this
choice.
one here. It's a little too cutty for me.
A little too
A
funny.
lot of guitar players like using that like a...
Yeah.
Whoop, that one doesn't work.
Right, yeah.
It's got its own special thing, but
Right.
for some reason, no reason that I could think
Right.
of, I always kind of, right from a young age, I like the mellower side
Yeah.
of like a softer... And Telecasters are
Is that
infamous.
the neck pickup that's a
That's
mellower?
the neck pickup, yeah. And as you know, like Telecasters are infamous for being twangy, eh?
Right, yeah, yeah.
So
No, it's a great sound. Great sound. Well, what do you think about in this time of life? Do you see yourself reviving post-COVID for more gigs or some gigs or?
yeah, you know, it's I was always focused on trying to make a living out of because
Right.
I wanted to have a life,
Yeah.
like you know, like
Yeah, yeah.
marriage, kids, stuff
Right.
like that. And I managed to do it, but it was always challenging. And actually, the easiest time, not that I made the most per night, the pro
Right.
rata, but the easiest time was the cruise ships because they paid you 30 days a month. You know, so
Yeah.
you're
You can
constantly
count on it, yeah.
Yeah, and but now, yeah, I'm kind of semi-retired, and you know, things are not so tough now, and
Right? Yeah, yeah.
so I'm more into just playing, and yeah, I'll do some professional gigs out there, you know,
Nice.
but. I find in music the very often when you're working in the market in nightclubs or whatever ships wherever, you do have a certain you always have to entertain your audience. I've always believed that in my heart
yeah.
anyway. You're playing for yourself when you're starting, but then you
Right.
develop it so it's presentable.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I always play the audience, but now I'm going to be a little greedier and play a little more for myself and do songs. So I think I'd like to do more of my album material
Nice.
and stuff in bands. I got a couple
Oh,
of
good.
bands
Yeah, good.
that guys I've worked with.
Right, nice.
You guys know Andy O'Kell?
Oh, of course. Yeah,
Wonderful
Oh, yeah.
drummer, eh?
yeah, he is. Yeah.
Love him, and I've used him the last few times.
Good.
Well, that's a bad word. Used.
Used.
I've hired him the last few
Reared,
times.
used. Oh,
Reared,
my Lord.
used. There you go, Peter. Can I
you
say
go.
used?
Can I say used?
I used him when he reared up the. What? That's not sounding right.
That's right.
So I just wanted to tell you that I thought I was retired, but I'm just getting started.
There you go. All right.
I'm just getting started now.
Like good wine, good
Eugene's
scotch.
actually 2 years older than me, so I'm going to follow him.
You got to follow that example.
So
Let me
the-
catch us up on the notes before you say goodnight here. Stray Horse, hey guys, from the booming metropolis of Cobble Hill, sounding good as usual. Janine DeVries, you guys sound great, and she wishes happy birthday, Doctor. Aiden Olenek says happy birthday, and Michael says, wish I could see the Shakespeare. Be awesome. So,
And we
thank.
also got on Facebook, Pete Mitchell said, man, I sure
Pete.
miss that guy. You remember Pete Mitchell?
We do, of course.
And John O'Flynn just said, awesome, enjoying from West Vancouver.
Who is Pete missing, Eugene or me or Marty?
I don't know, all of us.
What? All of us. We miss you too,
See,
Pete.
give me
I hope you're doing. I'm sure Pete will be doing some gigs at 39 Days as well as his sisters, probably Ted. Nice. We
think
look
we're
forward
close
to that, and we are going to take a break for the summer, but we hope to be back in the fall, don't we, Gene? We've got Jerry Barnum, who's
Hope.
recovering from a heart attack,
Yeah.
and Marty nicely filled in for Jerry. With that unplanned heart attack. I guess you never plan a heart attack. do
No.
you? Really? Really?
It plans you.
I've got it booked for next week. Anyway, He'll probably be our first guest, and we'll get rolling again in September.
And the play that
perhaps.
you're doing, Billy?
All's Well That Ends Well, is going to be August 9th till the 19th in Couch and Station. So you can get tickets on Eventbrite. Couch and Valley Shakespeare Festival. We hope you come and see it, Marty. I think you'll enjoy it outdoors.
I'd love to, yeah. Is
Yeah.
Alex acting in this one?
Well, he usually ends up in a role. Somebody dies or falls apart, and he jumps in and does something. But mostly he's directing. He's just had another baby, so he's a busy guy.
Yeah.
He's my age, 63, and he's
That'll
got
do it.
a 5-year-old and a baby. I know. What's that? Is that Long John? August 7th. No, we never advertise that one. We're doing it August 7th as a preview for 39 Days of July in the park. And the beautiful program, well, I did say it earlier, John. This program is beautiful. Longevity John and Dr. Ted Cadillac. A simmering, scintillating summer of entertainment. Make sure you get your program and come on out. Thank you, Marty.
So we're going to be back
My
in
pleasure.
the fall.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, very nice to have you.
Fun has had been on. Has had.
Has been had.
Ooh, well, good night, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the show. Well, good night, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the show. Well, come on back again, and we'll play some more. Well, good night, everybody. Hope you had some fun. Good night, everybody. Hope you had some fun. Well, you know we're gonna do it again. Oh, to the rising sun. Come on, Marty. Billy.
Oh, yeah. Gonna say goodnight to everybody.
Yeah.
And we're going to say, I hope you enjoyed all these 73 shows. I hope you'll look back on all of them and send some money to the Duncan Showroom.
Yeah, that's right.
Because we need to stay alive. Longevity John, Dr. Ted Cadillac, and the whole darn crew. Thank you. That's my commercial for the day.
Say good night, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the show. Well, good night, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the show.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, come on back again in the fall, and we'll play some more. Well, good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
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 Well, come on back again, and we'll play you. I'm gonna play you. I know we'll play you. Oh, we're gonna play you. Gonna play. Oh, good night, everybody.
Ah, here we go. Thanks to everybody. Thanks to Marty Daniels, our special guest. Eugene Smith,
you.
I'm Bill
Thank you,
Levity.
Eugene.
Thanks to Aidan Thorne for being in the audience. Longevity
Jimmy.
John,
Longevity
Dr. Ted
John.
Cadillac. Oh, and Tasha Reeb, all the way from Edmonton. And to all our guests online. Thanks. We'll see you in the fall.
Hey, Tash.
Make sure you go to 39 days. Nice. Bye now.
Let me wrap
That was a
you
smooth
in my warm. Let me wrap you in my warm. Come on, baby.
That's the show.
Come on, let me wrap you in my and tender. Oh, come on, 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 come on. Let me wrap you in my warm and tender arms. Woo! Thank you.